Let's talk about imposter syndrome for developers. So imposter syndrome is the internal belief that you're not as good or as capable as other people think you are, even if you have the skills, you have some knowledge, and you have experience. So basically, everybody thinks you're good, but you don't feel like you're good. You don't feel like you belong. And you feel like everyone is going to find out you're actually a fraud and you don't know anything. Imposter syndrome is very common in tech because, first of all, you're surrounded by very smart people. You're surrounded by people who have built things in less than 1 month. You're surrounded by people who have built amazing things in like a year, in 2 years. And then you start comparing your very rough journey to someone else's journey that you've seen maybe on LinkedIn, on TikTok, or on Twitter, or something similar. But the thing people fail to understand is that imposter syndrome doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just shows that you are trying to move out of your comfort zone. This making you realize that there are actually a lot of things you don't know and you're not good enough, but yet there is enough room for growth. Because what happens is that we tend to compare our beginnings with somebody else's year 5. But when that comparison starts to happen in your head, instead of thinking that you're not good enough or you're an imposter or you're not as good as people think you are, you have to understand that you're trying to reach new heights. Your brain is trying to protect you from the pain of growth, but you have to embrace that pain. So if you're feeling like an imposter, know that it is part of the journey. What you have to do is to double down and put in more effort. So if you're feeling this way, the main things you need to do is firstly to track your progress. Make sure to look back at how far you've come so far. Next, you need to normalize this feeling. Know that this is not a bad feeling. It's a feeling that everybody feels at some point, and you need to make it part of yourself and embrace it fully. Then you need to focus on the work. If you feel like an imposter, it truly means that you need to do more in order to grow. So just focus on the work and don't focus on the thought alone. And finally, having a support system is awesome. Like if you have a community, you have mentors, you have a structured program that you can follow, that is one of the best things you can do. So let me know in the comment section if you're facing this issue, and see you in the next one.